Did you forget that you were great? Has life been beating you up a little bit? Have the circumstances of life been changing how we think about ourselves? That's just a reminder. Remember, I tell you guys, none of this stuff is new. It's just reminding you what you already knew. You're great. You're born to do something great with your life. God placed greatness inside of you. The one thing I wrote down from that, the one thing I wrote down was, he said, I want you to treat me how I feel. We allow people to treat us how we feel. If you felt like you were great, you wouldn't allow certain things. You wouldn't allow certain environments. You wouldn't put yourself in certain situations because you believe you're great. If we don't believe that, we allow other things. Belief, thinking. If you change your thinking, you change your life. It's all in these little ways. If you believed you were something different, if you believed you were great, if you believed, like truly operated that way, you would act differently every day. You would speak differently every day. You would have different outcomes, like things would be different in the way you operated, regardless of what's happening around you. That's why this is a reminder that you're great and you're called to do something great, but you got to tap into that. You got to believe that. These are belief systems. This is how we think about ourselves. This is how we think about our life that determines the outcome of our life. What is your North Star? Again, you heard ET say something I tell y'all all the time. What's the vision? Where are you going? He's like, I do this for a living. I've been doing it forever. He's like, most adults don't know where they're going. They don't know what there is. They don't know what's their vision. Like, what are you trying to become? It's what we talked about on Monday. Who are you becoming? Most people have no clarity on that. That's why we're drifters. We end up wherever, any job, any situation, any position, because we actually don't know where we are going. So the first step for you, for us tapping into this greatness is you gotta know where you're going. You gotta know what there is. What does there look like in your health? What does there look like in your spiritual life? What does there look like in your relationships? What does there look like in your finances? Don't let life get you so busy that you stop thinking about what the goals are, what the vision is. Have you written out your vision? Is it clear? Is it detailed? Is it plain? Like, have you done the work? That's all this is. It doesn't just fall on you, ladies and gentlemen. The great life doesn't just fall on you. Becoming the man or woman God called you to be, it doesn't just fall on you. It takes work. It takes being intentional about these things. And life comes to distract us. The enemy comes to distract us. So it's very easy for us to get distracted in life. That's why this is a reminder. You're born to do something great with your life. You got to know that. But you got to know what your North Star is. You got to know, like, what's that you're headed towards, that's shaping you to become the man or woman that you need to be. It's so important. In our text, 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. Again, we can always, success leaves clues. Some of y'all haven't heard me say that before. Some of you have. Success leaves clues. In Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he says, find a millionaire, do as he does, you will have what he has. It just means find people that are good at what they do. They're successful at what they do. Copy what they do. Copy how they think. Copy how they move. Like, just copy it. We copy the wrong people because we only have people that probably aren't the most successful around us. And then we copy them. Well, when you're on a search for greatness, when you know that you have greatness inside, you have to find other people that are great at what they do and copy them. Copy how they think, copy what they read, copy their mannerisms, like copy them, and you will have the same results. It's that simple. Life is not that difficult when you understand that principle. So we can always hear someone successful saying something, and then we can come to a book and see, like, hey, it says the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Why? Because success leaves clues. So in this book, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, says champions dedicate their lives to greatness. It says here in the text, professional performers are the most dedicated people alive, while amateurs are dedicated when things are going well. Champions are always dedicated. In other words, it's not what they do, it's who they are. Again, it's not what they do, it's who they are. Like greatness is who you are. It's not like what you're doing. It's how you operate in life. It says the great ones don't know any other way. Their dedication to excellence shines through in everything they do. Dedication is a habit they've developed. It serves as a cornerstone of their success and fulfillment in life. Average people are more dedicated to pleasure than performance. The top 1% of world class performers invest thousands of dollars a year on self development books, DVDs, CDs, seminars, workshops, and retreats. Most amateur performers haven't read a book since high school and wouldn't attend a self development seminar unless you paid them. The masses tend to believe education ends with school or college graduation. The world class tends to believe formal education only teaches you how to learn, cope, and manage yourself in the world as an adult. They believe real education begins after school lets out. Dedication to getting what they want from life is a driving force behind champions. While the masses seek perpetual pleasure, the great ones focus on achievement. The irony is that professional performers tend to experience great pleasure as a result of their achievements. Such feelings of accomplishment and fulfillment are an additional benefit only the great ones enjoy. This sentence here that says, dedication to getting what they want from life is a driving force behind champions. Back to, what do you want? What do you want? What's up ahead? Who are you called to be? Who's the man or woman that you see 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Not just what you have. Again, we talked about this on Monday. Life is not about what you have, it's about who you're becoming. It's about who you're becoming. It's about, again, an internal game. So, dedication to getting what you want from life requires you to know what you want from life, what you want in your relationship, what you want in your financial life, right? One of the things I've learned how to do this over time, right? We all go through these things in my marriage. A lot of times, if my wife and I are having a healthy disagreement about something, right? Eventually, I'll start saying what I want to happen, like the marriage I want us to have, the things that I see up ahead for us so we can get out of this small little disagreement. I start saying, hey, but this is the marriage I want us to have, right? This is where I see us. Because then it gives us a driving force of a North Star of like, this is the life. So we're going after. So all these little things, right? They're just in the way. They just become distractions. But even in relationships, most people don't even have a North Star of like, what does your marriage look like? What does your family legacy look like? Like, where are you going? And that's why all the little things become the issue. All the small things become the problems. If you can get back to a vision, you can then start to work towards that vision. It'll help you shape who you need to become in order to get to that place. That's just in the context of relationship, in marriage. You can do this, and we should be doing this in all the areas of our life. Because if you're clear on where you want to go, it'll shape your decisions every day. It'll shape what you choose to subject yourself to. It'll change how you see yourself and the environments you're in and all the things. But dedicating your life to greatness requires you to understand where you're going. It requires you to look ahead and actually envision what life looks like. And just like E.T. said, most people don't do that. Most people struggle to actually get clear. Life takes over. Life beats them up. They get tired. They get exhausted. They're down for the count. They just need to relax. They just wish they can live on an island for the rest of their life and not work. That's classic case of being in survival mode, right? You can't even think anymore about the vision because you're so entrenched in right now in surviving. I'm trying to help pull you out of that if that's where you are, because you're not going to get out unless you can think your way out of this thing. Albert Einstein's quote, a problem can't be solved at the same level of consciousness it was created. If you have problems in your life, you can't solve them at the same level of thinking that you created them. So you have to get to a higher level of thinking. You have to get to another level of consciousness in order to see your stuff at a bird's eye view and be like, okay, this is what I need to change. Okay, this is what I need to do. But we got to be dedicated to this process. You got to be intentional about this process. It's just your life on the line. It's just your family's life on the line. It's just your happiness on the line. That's all. However big that is to you. And again, I know I'm talking to the right people because you're here. You show up. You're intentional about your personal development, your personal growth, taking in good things. But now we have to do the work, ladies and gentlemen. We have to do the work. And so today's a reminder that you are great, regardless of what you see outside of your life, right? Like, regardless of what's happening, you have greatness in you. God already planted everything that you need to succeed in life in you. Just haven't tapped into it. This happens with most people. This is why I'm big with my daughter, right? Just tapping into her gifts and abilities early. All the most successful people that we see, they have tapped into their gifts early. So they're on a 20-year, 30-year run, and then we see their greatness. It just happened that they figured out what they were great at when they were 5, when they were 7, when they were 9. And then they just did that over and over again. And that's why we look at them like, oh man, you're so great. They've just been doing it for 25 years, 30 years, doing the same thing, tapped into their greatness. My challenge, my encouragement to all of you is to take some time to tap into your greatness, what God instilled in you that He didn't put in other people. We all have something in us. We just have to figure out what that is and not allow the external world to determine our internal. It's the other way around. Here's what it says in the text for this quote. It says, to succeed in life, one must have determination and must be prepared to suffer during the process. If one isn't prepared to suffer during adversities, I don't really see how he can be successful. You got to know that the adversities come, the trials come. We talked about this stuff last couple times. It's in the valley seasons that you build character. It's not just because you have all the money and you have life where you want it that you're learning things. You learn things when you're down. You learn things when you have issues, problems, right? Adversities. That's how you learn things. You learn things in the losses, in the setbacks. That's how you learn. You can't wish those things away. You have to know that they come in your life to make you stronger, to give you the capacity to handle the life that you're asking for. Right now, you don't have the capacity to have $5 million. You don't have the capacity. It would go away very quickly. I know that's what you think you want, but you don't have the capacity to handle it. That perfect relationship, that great marriage, that great business, might not have the capacity right now to handle that. So God is helping you build the capacity to handle the life that you're asking for. The action step for today says, ask this critical thinking question: how much am I willing to struggle and suffer to make my vision a reality? Is it a little, a fair amount, a lot, or whatever it takes? You have to do whatever it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever it takes, whatever that looks like in your health, in your finances, in your spiritual life, like whatever it takes. That's how we get to the life we don't need a break from. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve to win. Your families deserve to win. People are counting on you to win. Your kids are counting on you to win. Your parents are counting on you to win. Your siblings are counting on you to win. The people you have not yet met that you can impact are counting on you to win. They're counting on you to build something where your greatness shows. Like, they're counting on you. So you have to do the work. The reason you're here and they're not here is because it's on you. You have the information. You know what you need to do. Now we just got to go do it. Do something today that scares you. Do something that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Not just think out of your comfort zone. Push you out of your comfort zone. The thing where you get the little bubble guts a bit. You're like, I don't know. I'm a little scared. Yeah, do that thing today. Make that call today. Do the scary thing constantly and watch how your life changes.